think with that, we can hand it over to our first game of the day. It's Liquid versus NiP. James and Mitch, take it away.
Oh, Mitch, we've been waiting for it. It's been a long wait indeed. We've been dealing with some server issues, but it is time for these two teams to try and shine. And for me, mate, I know you're not so much a fan of getting a good old Phoenix in play, but I'm down to see this work, right? The Breach, the Jett, the Phoenix, the Killjoy, and good old Scream on that Reyna. It's going to get hype. It's going to get crazy. I'm expecting it's going to be very fast, but how fast and how aggressive do they go on this defensive side?
You know, Liquid said it was all about the blitz plays, getting in their opponents' faces, and yeah, I think that is very much the question. How much are we going to see from them when it comes down to the defensive side? Are they going to be getting aggressive? Are they going to be playing confident? Versus NiP, I can definitely see it. Remember, as I said, I was talking with Hip, and he said that he doesn't think Liquid can catch them off guard, certainly not in the same way that G2 did. They're feeling much more confident about this series going their way, and with the agent picks, so am I. We'll see how things work out anyways. You can see that there's a turret outside the B site just so they can feel a little bit confident about no flanks coming through. They've got mid control after walking up short, but look at Link. Ooh. He's playing the Jett shorty. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, he just dashes and puts the smoke down. He's still going to hang around. Oh, he's avoided that. They might not expect this. It works out perfectly. He's getting both of them. Link destroying him with a shorty. Upgrades the pistol as well. Scream in the meantime has managed to find luckeRRR. NiP getting onto the site. They're going to get the spike down. But the madness has already unfolded straight off the back of Link's heroic play. It's 4v2 now. And it's all on for NiP to try and hold on to this as best they can. Fearoth's already been tanked up quite a bit as well. Luckily, his Omen is going to be able to hold the back lines there, but his push has come straight in. The Jett fast and furious. CREA's able to deliver, but it's only to one. Liquid run round the corner. They slap him around a bit, and they grab that pistol with 3 alive.
Great work by Liquid from start to finish. Link, though, that was gorgeous on short. Pushing up with the shorty in play, catching them off guard completely. Even going past the boombot, that was the play. That was what won him it, really. One, and the other guy was so low from the earlier blasts that it was the easiest kills he's ever seen.
There we go. There we go, Eccles. That's what you want to see. The hype after that first round. Link getting that little boosted buffer of confidence off the back of that shorty play. But we can't get too far ahead of ourselves here, Mitch. We can't see singing their praises all night long just yet. We've got a lot of work to do. This is still NiP's pick. It's still a map that we know NiP like to play. They're seeing it more and more, right? It's becoming their go-to as well. They want to try and challenge the likes of G2 on it.
On the upside, this is going to be a very easy round. Just classics to play up against. And okay, they've lost Kryptix. This could get a little dangerous. Scream just ran into the molly. Didn't give a damn. Now, they've done good damage towards NiP, but it is definitely getting a little bit scary. These classics we know can do a lot of damage if they're given the opportunity. And honestly, if they just find 1 or 2 more kills, especially if they can make sure that these players aren't able to get to those weapons and retrieve them, that could be massive. They know there's a player A long now. They've just heard that orb being taken. On the back of that, they realize there's probably a gap. And so in towards the spawn they go.
Looking to try and get a bit of a sneaky play on go, maybe catch someone off guard. But it is being looked at by the Phoenix. Playing at long range, not a problem so far for him. Eccles skills with luckeRRR as well. Going to leave CREA on a little bit of health. 47 still to play with, but they've got a good idea of where he'll be hanging about. He's just trying to hold on and hope he might be able to pick up just 1 more kill. That's the best option he's got here, because realistically, yeah, there's a couple of players low, but it's just not going to work out for him. Scream to finish it off. A smooth 2-0. They were only going up against pistols like you mentioned, Mitch, and now is the real test of their strength. How do they deal with it when all the weapons come into play?
Now this is it. This is where the real damage gets to come on through. You look at a position where NiP get their rifles out. They get their Vandals. Are we going to see anything else from them? I'm curious to see. Do we get it? There it is. Straight away. The operator's been taken out by luckeRRR. So right away, buying that up, we're looking at some early fights by him. I want to see him get aggressive and really bring it to them. He's looking for mid control, and there are some players towards the top. Not yet given him any opportunities, but at this point, look at that. They've actually caught the player at Scream, right, who's up close towards the middle of mid. Now, if he wants to fall back, he has to get a kill so he can use his dismiss to get out of there, or he'll have to dry peek straight on past that operator.
Straight up in it. Goes out with as many players facing him. He's unable to land the shots onto luckeRRR, and CREA deals with him with pretty much ease there. Link goes in for the shot, but it's just going to skip on by. He's stuck his way out of there, and soulcas flashing his way in. Spots the Sova, but he can't get the kill, and that's a problem. They're getting the information, but they're not finding any success off the back of it. NiP have so much control here at mid.
They've got it all. They've got it locked down. And they're looking for the fights as well. Eccles caught up close, but he manages to take down CREA. CREA thought the distraction play would have been enough. The players on short spam it away that he could catch them off guard, but that's not the way. As Team Liquid pull it back into a 4 versus 4. This is much more doable for them now, Banks. They've managed to spread back out into a 2-man hold on each side, but that means mid is completely open. Flash, so good by soulcas.
Perfect flash. Link is there to back him up, but they're trading out. It's gone in Liquid's favor, but not for too long. Ryan believes it's his time, and he's now in the 1v1, but with 15 seconds just to go, he's got a lot of work to do. The flash has gone out, but Eccles, he doesn't want to peek on it just yet. They're about to find each other, and it's an easy headshot delivered as Liquid secure the third. But overall, Mitch, you've got to say with it, well, that came far too close for comfort.
Yeah, oh, it absolutely did. I mean, that was neck and neck the whole way through the round. And from this point, you know, I feel like NiP have already found a couple of flaws in the Liquid defense. They managed to come through with a couple of those opening duels, but really it's the individual level there towards the end to completely swing it back into their favor. Now we need to see NiP answer back up. Are they actually investing into this one? Hip, he went for a Bulldog, now a Stinger. It looks like they're not quite sure how much they want to commit towards this, but it's going to be a fast play out on B.
Oh. soulcas, got to be careful a bit on those flashes, my friend. Hip just standing far too long. What is he doing? He jumped up into it, tried to back away, but it was far too late. This is not looking good for NiP early on, but Liquid, they just need to hold on to the site now. They got soulcas in the back line, he's trying to hold on to Boathouse, but is it even going to be good enough? luckeRRR pushing on forward, but Scream, he's managing to handle it for now. Liquid, they charge on, only losing soulcas thus far. Fearoth going to play right off the edge, and this is going to be known. He doesn't have too much health either. He's even going to get tagged up from that as well. And look at the amount of aggression that's just been thrown their way. Eccles comes in to get the last 2 kills. And Liquid, they're showing us that even on the retakes, right, it's very hard to deal with them.
Yeah, that was an odd situation, Banks, because if you're going to push into a site fast, if you're going to really blitz in, why not bring the spike? Leaving it there as a fallback option? I feel like that was a big mistake that they didn't mean to make. And when you look down towards the post plant, well, what would have been the post plants, I guess they were holding in for the pushes. They were given the opportunities, just not able to deliver on them. I think there's not much that can be said. I will say Hip got wrecked, though. He got Molotov nano-swarmed and killed by a turret. Like, that is the most punishing round I've ever seen.
Goes straight in for the turret. Doesn't check his corner, though. Link's there to back him up. Nicely done. I love the 2-man push on that. So even though it's an ult that didn't work out in terms of getting soulcas a kill, Link's there to pick up the pieces anyway.
Really nice stuff. That is how you use a Phoenix ult. It's for information, to potentially take a duel, and to set your teammates up for the trades. No. But NiP, talking to trades, they've come through, traded out 2 kills for the bomb site. Now they've got the spike planted, and a 3 versus 3 where all the ults are in play for NiP.
Is it going to be enough, though? Link's popped his ult. Wants to try and charge on forward. The door's being closed, but they can easily destroy it and work their way through. I love this from Link. He's checking all the back lines. He's making sure that no one's going to be able to try and flank him. CREA can hear what's going on, but is it going to be enough for him to react on it? The smoke gets put onto place, as well as the flame wall. I'm loving it as the push comes in, but CREA's position is absolutely huge. He's just wrecking them one at a time. It's only Kryptix left, and this is far too much for him to handle. He may as well just back the hell out of here.
Yep, saving the weapon is definitely the right call. Good round by NiP. They get the access in towards A despite that early duel lost on B. Straight away, just they've got the reactions to push in on the map control that they had, realizing obviously they'd lost quite a lot towards the other side of the map. I like it. It's what I like to see. And now we look at an NiP that, I gotta say, these dudes never look happy on the cams. I don't think I've ever seen them smile. I don't know if they can smile.
Yeah, I thought it was frustration yesterday. They said the mood was good. Maybe they're just not smiling, you know? It's like, we
that
got
was
around.
The thing.
Cool.
I was watching that interview, and he's like, yeah, the mood was pretty good. I'm like, are you sure? Because we were watching the player cams. It didn't look like anyone was smiling, but hey, maybe it's just like, it's like that Finnish thing, right? Where they just, I've never seen a Finnish man laugh. It doesn't happen.
I once made Yampy laugh. It was a happy day for me.
It's when you considered a career in comedy, like, it's like, oh my God. I'm a god at this.
But this is good for NiP though, Mitch, right? They've got themselves a very key round. They fought back and they held on to 3 players alive at the end there. Already though, the Killjoy ult coming out. soulcas' position's going to be known. He's trying to spam them down, but the knives are flicking out from luckeRRR. NiP pushing their way in. Oh, the right click, it doesn't pay off for him. Kryptix is there. They've got some good backup in the side. He's just spamming it up. And NiP are being torn to shreds. That push onto the B site got absolutely ended by Liquid. And they're fully ready for it. CREA is the only one left alive now.
Well, I don't think he's going to do a whole lot. We said he was a player we expect a lot from, and obviously didn't deliver massively yesterday. But a 1v3, it's a difficult position. He doesn't know there's a player close. This should be. He swings through, not expecting it. Easy kill for Link. And 5-1, Team Liquid, they've now walked away with a very convincing start to this map. Remember, we brought up the point yesterday that in the previous EU Ignition series, which had a lot of these teams, all of these teams, we saw that we actually... on this map, it was attacker-sided. I think it was about 57%. I'm ad-libbing that one, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere around that.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of a change up with it, right? We've seen a lot of defensive-heavy plays coming out. The real problem here for NiP is they gain no momentum off that one round because Liquid just met them with full force on that. They tried to push in a bit faster towards the B site. And to be fair, with NiP's comp, you don't actively have to play so aggressive. You don't have to play that fast. You can almost wait and bait out a lot of the abilities coming out of here from Liquid and then try and use that as your time to strike.
Against this kind of a comp, you cannot... No! soulcas has been wrecked on that early push. CREA was ready for it. The flash not fully catching all of them. And with that, that's a bit of a disastrous start, isn't it? You even look at where the nano swarms are placed. They're on default and they're towards short, but nothing for that run through the choke point. Eccles bravely takes a fight in towards short though. He's pulled that right back and then ran away immediately.
What weapon did luckeRRR have there? He didn't have an operator, right? Because they just lost one, so I doubt he'd be able to buy it up straight off in a second. So hopefully just expending a Vandal early on there, but still a big pickup for Eccles to find. Scream's in a good spot, but it's one that can easily be checked. NiP still want to try and commit to this A site. They are ready and waiting for it. Oh, the timing. Oh no, not a good ult from Rhyme. Scream, he's got to be oh so cautious. The timing's working out for him. He still gets the kill onto him. How on earth did he get away with that? But then they line up and get slapped down. It's bowling at its best using the agents of NiP for the test. And at least for Liquid, they're not going to be slowing down anytime soon. I was very worried once that soulcas Phoenix flash came out and he just went to push forward on it. He got all of them with a flash and still couldn't handle it. I was thinking, okay, this is going to be an easy bust into the A site, but even that wasn't enough.
This has been a bit wild, Banks. This start, not what I expected from NiP. Again, they picked this map. They picked it against G2 as well. That is a statement, if ever I've seen it. And yet, they just can't find the success starting out on the attacking side. Again, they're versus a composition that I doubt they've ever played against. I mean, this is a wild set of picks by Liquid. It seems to be working for now.
Oh no, who to aim at first? soulcas is good for one. Eccles looking to spray the rest through. He's got some backup from the Killjoy turret there. Link as well coming into the mix. Fearoth's able to deal with him, but you're flashed out, you're spammed down. Eccles will finish you off, and it's not really too difficult for Liquid to deal with as they're now up 7-1. And what you were saying there, Mitch, right, about the whole thing with NiP picking Ascent, clearly they've got a game plan going into these games, but like, you go up against G2 first, who are arguably the best team on Ascent anyway, so that's tough regardless. And now you're going up against a Liquid where, like you just said, you've probably not practiced against an agent composition like this ever. You can't be prepared for this.
Yeah, you look at the Phoenix flashes alone. There's something that most players aren't used to dealing with. You push into a corner and all of a sudden, boom, it's in your face and you're blind. Definitely not something that I think the majority are used to playing against. And then obviously Breach with the latest update as well. You see the amount of re-aggression opportunities that Liquid are leaving themselves open to. Just there in that previous round, the fact that Eccles was able to just keep on flashing. He only used 2, but he uses them much more liberally now that he's got so many. soulcas down straight away. Looker just ran up on short, took that opening. Eccles is still poking, prodding, and trying to take him down. He gets it in the end, but he's being pursued. CREA up close, and he's taken down by the ult, but Eccles has to do it all now. He's already got himself one, but there's 2 more to get. Oh, just look at the spike. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Good effort there from Eccles, but it just wasn't enough. He took far too much damage from luckeRRR at the beginning when he's just trying to hold on to Garden. The second round finally for NiP, but they need to start chaining some rounds together because it's almost looking like a similar repeat to when they faced up against G2, right? That you're just too far behind to have a good chance of coming back into it.
I'd love to see a stat. I don't know if the guys at the Spike can get this for me. This is a bit of a wild
looking
request,
for big asks.
I wonder, for NiP, when they lose the first half, what percentage of games do they win the game in? I feel like they're, just from watching them, I don't feel like they're a team that makes comebacks all too often. Like, to me, NiP maybe at least recently go into a little bit of tilt mode. That's from looking at the cams. That's from what we were seeing. There wasn't a lot of energy. Now, not all teams are like that, but that'd be my guess. Here's the ult through the spawn.
Oh, 3. Scream, you got to be oh so careful, buddy. You're being pushed here. How is he staying alive? What is this? Oh, this is why you don't deal with Scream on a Reyna, man.
As if he's just bunny hopped out of there as well, like, just doesn't give a damn. Oh, hey,
He's talking
yeah,
about his mechanics. It's all about the one-taps right now. I'm talking about his mechanics all day long. He's so good when it comes to this Reyna. But Rhyme, well, he believes he'll be better this time around. It's only going to be Eccles left, as well as NiP actually going to be able to get a couple of rounds here. But it's so back and forth at these beginning parts. Liquid throwing out that aggression, but at least NiP are finding a way to deal with it now.
That's one hell of a start for Liquid either way, 7-3, presuming this 1v3 doesn't go their way. In fact, even in terms of attempting it, I don't know. They've won a lot of rounds, but they've taken a lot of damage in the interim. It seems to me that the credits down the bottom are right. They seem to be swapping whenever we switch over players. I think they fixed that in the recent patch. And so off that, I'm pretty sure Liquid don't have a lot of cash. I would rather the save come through from Eccles, but he's evidently feeling confident. He wants to go for it. Has lots of flashes remaining, but yeah, nothing he can do when he just gets one tapped like that.
Yeah, luckeRRR perfectly poised and ready for him. Good positions all round there, right? So not really too much for them to deal with. This is ridiculous from Scream. Bunny hops out, heals himself back up, and he's like, yeah, come on, test me some more. I'm here, I'm ready and waiting.
That's just demotivating, really, if you lose that fight. Like, you're spraying and he just jumps across, turns, and headshots you. Like, God damn it. That's disgusting. And Liquid, look at that. They've called it tack pause already. They're 7-3 in the lead. I love that. I'm a massive fan of teams that go, okay, last 2 rounds didn't go too great. Let's call a pause. Let's figure it out. Because you don't want to win the half 7-5. You want to wreck them 10-2. Or 9-3 as it would be.
They want that massive advantage, right? They want to make sure they keep themselves calm and collected with it all. They've been losing a few of those opening duels, then trying to battle back into rounds. And now they've allowed NiP to get 2 rounds in a row. Let's rethink things. Let's slow it down. Let's change up what we're doing a bit. Let's try and catch them off guard. Let's catch them by surprise, because right now NiP are hanging back and waiting for it a bit.
By the way, for you guys at home, just so you know, each team has got 2 tactical pauses that they can call throughout the game. 30 seconds long each. There's the push by soulcas. Oh my god. The stinger getting right up in their face.
Kryptix missing that Marshall shot, but Scream's able to find Hip either way. Now he's going to go out and have a look towards A main. See if NiP's going to be able to try and push onto the site. Scream. Oh, it's actually, no, it was Kryptix there. So Scream backed away. He's completely fell out of the situation. Come all the way round, and Ryan was already too far up into the site. Full control again, lost here by Liquid.
Yeah, this was a force buy, a semi-force buy. They've gone in for stingers, marshals. It wasn't the biggest investment they could make. They've still got most of their abilities for the next round as well. So in terms of investment, it won't cripple them. They've called that pause just to make sure they maximize their investment right here and now. Link with a nice opening, gone for the ult, committed it in. He has smoke still. He's trying to distract the player and have it get them to come up behind, but he's clearing out under. And now has a read on where this guy is, comes up above, knife's going out. There's the kill to luckeRRR, but the second player there to trade. Good setup by Rhyme, not to just leave it into 2 1v1s. And so they managed to come out ahead in that round. Now 7-4, fighting for the final round of the half.
Some impressive knives play at the end. But it doesn't work out. It was a good attempt from Link to try and make that work, especially off such a lower buy coming out there. But NiP, they've really grabbed themselves back into this.
Sorry for cutting you off there, Banks. I just want to say that was a massive, big brain pause, really, by Liquid, because obviously they thought about what kind of aggression they wanted to go for, but they also got the calculators out to figure out exactly how much they could afford to invest, but still have a perfect buy in this round. That's good, you know, to really assess what your excess is, and not just go, a couple pistols here, and have 1K left over. And the next, that is so dangerous. Kryptix has been hit by every ult on the planet.
Eccles and soulcas doing a good job of holding it down. It's still in Liquid's favor either way. Oh, but the detainments come in. He's trying to move in time, but it's not going to work out. luckeRRR's knives are flying, and he started off with one, but that's all he's going to get. Liquid are pushing back on it. It's a 2v1. They know exactly where Fearoth is. He does have the Odin. He's trying to pre-fire it a bit. Shock dart's going out, but it's not going to connect with anyone for now. Link right on the edge of it. Beautiful work, but Scream. He stands strong. He grabs them the 8th round. But my, oh my, that was far too close.
Yes, it was. One hell of a half, Banks, that we've just seen come out from Liquid. They're looking a whole lot better than yesterday. How's the second half going to go, though? Can they keep up the same kind of tempo when they come to the attack? Well, only time will tell. For now, we're going to throw things to a quick break, though. We'll be back with half number 2 in just a little bit.
But I have no idea where it is, man. Wait, is that Phoenix?
It's fine. It's fine. I'll take the L. I don't mind.
Yeah, if it was Counter-Strike, I would own it for sure, man.
I think I'll stop jumping the gun. I'll think about it a little bit more. I feel like I've got good map knowledge. I should. I fly around the maps every day on practice, so I'll be pretty disappointed if I don't. I reckon I'll beat Scream.
I feel like there's this thing on every map, man.
That's Haven.
I like this kind of, you know, to aim, you know, to practice your aim.
That's Haven in the Defender spawn, I'm pretty sure.
No, this is not in my mind right now, man.
Yeah, I'll lock in Haven, I'll lock in Defender spawn to the left.
Oh, actually, I will say Haven. I will say Haven. Like the defense, spawn, you know?
I was right. I knew it. I was a bit worried there for a second.
I had no idea for this one.
I'm just gonna go off my instincts every time. It's definitely bind.
It's not split.
I want to say like towards A short.
Once again, I have no idea. It's hard, man. This game is hard, man.
Attacker side of A short and bind.
I think I'll go for bind. In the area where like there's a bathroom, that's it. I mean, there's the TP. But that's not the answer, man.
Oh, in the back of my head somewhere, it's like that's on bind, like in this position, and I'm just going with the flow.
Okay, this has to be split. I recognize the texture.
That's on split. Attackers spawn to the right. I'm really confident. I'll lock that in straight away, I think.
It's not. It's split for sure. I'm pretty sure about that, man.
Yeah, color scheme, giving it away. I feel like I've seen this poster before. Like all that metal is like all of a split and the white walls.
Let me say A side on split, like on catwalk.
100%. I'll lock that in. Yeah.
That's not on catwalk, man. Elbow. This is an elbow.
Oh. Yeah, I've never looked up there on elbow before. I wouldn't know.
Okay, this is easy, man. Can I get it straight away also? It's Ascent on top mid. That's my answer. Yeah.
That's Ascent top middle. Well, when you think you know, like I'm confident on it, so I knew it.
I think there's only one map where there's a tank. It's bind. I'll definitely say bind.
Oh, that's bind A short one by the truck.
I'm not losing that. I'm not losing that.
Hey, let's go. I'll take 80%. I'm pretty impressed that I got 80%.
It's difficult. It's difficult. The next time I'll watch everything on the maps. Like.
was an 8-4 first half here in favor of Liquid, but NiP certainly didn't make it easy for them, and they found their way to try and come back into it. Now they're going to have a solid defensive side coming out here, and it's more about can they deal with the aggression the Liquid's agent competition is going to throw at them, Mitch.
It's going to be a tough one, Banks, that's for sure. Like, NiP have definitely not set up the half in a very favorable way. The foundations are not built for them, as Team Liquid are looking a whole lot better than they have in the past. We're starting out the second half, and again, we're seeing the shorty out on Link. I'm loving it. I love seeing Jetts with shorties because you can dash up in someone's face or take that close range duel and dash out as we saw in the previous half.
Oh yeah, get up in their grills, put that shorty straight to their teeth and blast away. It's a scary thing to deal with for any player. Reyna with good timing here for the Boombot's going to get some information off the back of this at least. Oh, could come up with a good grenade. He's heard the ult orb as well. Doesn't want to throw the grenade just yet. Oh, the timing he throws it now as well is just going to be unfortunate. But he's holding back. He's waiting. He's playing it smart. He's not going to waste it just yet.
Yeah, I think he was gambling on them faking that out on the initial ult orb take. Great shot by Scream. Now he's got 50 armor to play with as well with that overheal. That's huge, honestly, on pistol rounds. When you see a Reyna get a kill, you know immediately it just got a whole lot harder. It's one extra bullet to the body.
The way he did it as well, right? Super convincing. Just didn't take any damage. Boom. Batted him away. And now he can keep himself in a good spot. Rhyme's still holding this angle, though. He's ready and waiting for it. Still expects the B push to come in. Oh, they're selling the fake towards A. That's not going to work out. Great push coming out from Liquid here. NiP didn't have a clue what was going on. Rhymes now getting pushed over by Scream, and it's just headshots delivered from start to finish. CREA's all alone in a 1v4. That spike going down. He may have 100 health, but still, this is a big ask for one man. And look at the positions. Liquid are everywhere.
Yep, that is heartbreak, really. Your NiP right now. CREA not able to do anything about it. And I got to say, really, really well handled. So you see Liquid set up outside the B site, but they were going to flash. You saw Scream, eye in hand. He was ready to throw it on through. But instead, they realize, okay, they're actually buying this fake. They're going to start to rotate. And so they wait till that player's out in the open. 3 or 4 of them swing on him, and that's a very easy kill to take.
That's both pistols now going the way of Liquid. That makes things a hell of a lot easier. It's basically 4 rounds to start things off with, especially as NiP, they do just decide to sit there and stay on the pistols, right? They're not going for the upgrades.
Yeah, we saw this from them in the previous half as well. The very, very weak investment. I like the fact they're doing it on the defensive side as well because you can make these work a whole lot more. The shorty, obviously, good up close. Same for the classic, though. You're right-clicking that weapon, you can take insta-kills or at least make them a one hit for your teammate. The Rhymes already spotted some outside. He was pushing with the classic, so there's a possibility that they'll get aggressive. Not worried too much about a shorty, and that's when maybe CREA can shut them down. But really, for this round, this should be double digits. I don't see a whole lot of scenarios where NiP come out ahead in the rounds. They need Doctor Strange to find that.
Now, for me, Mitch, right? When you're in a position like Liquid are now, it's more just, okay, this is working against a team like NiP, at least even on their map pick, right? But you know that NiP showed us a little bit more when it came to Haven last time. How confident is Liquid going to be with this composition when it comes to that as well? There's a lot of mind games that will come into this going into the second map for sure. And I'm talking a bit like maybe NiP could be down and out of it. Really on the edge of this with the shorty. Oh, they even lined up for him. But not enough damage. Couldn't get it off. Couldn't get it done. Oh, that's just so unfortunate. What a position to hit that on as well. Ryan just like, can I move? Oh, no, great.
He was almost definitely aiming for market on that one and just happened to hit him in the spawn as well. Worked out really well. Link, he's tapping away. What? Looks like he's in a firing range. And now he's in a little bit of trouble. Shock Dart finishes him off. But there's no weapon to be upgraded. He only had a ghost himself. So on the back of that, if Fearoth does save, all he's saving is a ghost.
Avoid the turret. Got to be careful of that one. Oh, you know what? We keep talking about it, right? Link and those headshots, man. That's why it doesn't matter what agent he's on to me. Yeah, the Sage nerf, he really wasn't happy with it, that interview. You could feel his pain when he was talking about it. There's some more pain delivered at least to the rest of NiP, so it's going to be a 10-4. It's kind of what we expected with it. But now NiP, they really need to start pushing back in a big way.
They definitely do. You know, if you're NiP, you pick this map and you just get shut down. It's really demotivating. You're seeing right now one of the best performances from Liquid we've seen in the last month or so.
Oh,
Fearoth, he's pulling out the Omen. I love it.
Can he get away with it, though? Can he make it work?
Yeah, we've seen him. This is something that I mentioned. Remember the first game we had in Ascent with G2, where I was saying how when it comes to Fearoth, he's a player that plays the Sova and the Omen, which means that when he fires through that arrow, or more importantly, when he uses the recon drone, he doesn't have the ability to instantly capitalize. That was what I loved about G2's approach, in that they had different players, one spamming and one was the one trying to find the information for them. It's not the biggest of deals, but it is just a tiny thing that can really help you out.
This slow pace coming out from Liquid. Okay, there's still just over a minute on the clock, but they're just really biding their time. Echo's going to get them set up and ready for it. Straight dashing in. Link, knives are out. Oh, they don't even have any idea how far he got in. Hip just gets sideswiped. He's lost, he's stunned, he's confused. And already they're in the site and there was no resistance. Look at the health. Everyone on Liquid is living the dream.
Reminiscent of the previous time we saw G2 get up behind Hip over on the B site, going for the teleport in behind in the boathouse. Feels like Hip's been caught off guard on this map quite a bit. luckeRRR's good for one, but he's reloading as he comes around the corner, and that's going to allow Scream to reload his HP. Not that he needs it.
Didn't
this
need it,
yeah, it's been a clean round for Liquid. If Fearoth, Oden left to 1 versus 4, he gets it onto Link, shutting down the ulti, but I don't know. Oh, they're going to offer him up another, but he swings into them, and I've said it before, you know, Oden, the benefits of having that weapon are that you can spam through walls, and you can hold angles and get those pre-fires amazingly. And the downsides of it, you cannot really peek an angle. If someone's holding that angle with a Vandal and you swing around, your setup time puts you at a massive disadvantage in reaction time. It might, you know, when you're playing in your matchmaking games, it might work just fine for you. But when it comes to this level of competition, that small fragment of a second that it costs you to set back up and be ready to fire is what ends up putting you in a position where you lose that fight.
You got to think as well for Liquid, right? Everyone was slamming them yesterday. Oh, you can't have no smoke, so it doesn't make sense. And this wasn't just community, right? This was pro players giving it to them. And they're like, nope, it worked in practice. We believe in it. We know what can work. Sliggy is obviously worked something out alongside the rest of the team of how they want to make this happen. And right now, they're proving it against NiP. They're saying, cool, who's going to have the last laugh right now? Oh, no, CREA. Trying to bunny up away, but it's not going to work out. You still get tagged up. And look how far Eccles has got. Oh, this could be super dangerous. If this left oh, it's not going to be checked either. Straight away, easy first kill. Right on the edge of it. Hip's able to finish him with a pistol nicely, and there was no backup, so no refrag to come in here. Gives away a Vandal, but it's still a 4v2, and just look at Liquid's position. They're just going to comfortably be able to push into the site. Hip's going to have to do some massive heroics here. Starts to spray him down. It's not going to work out. And Liquid looking to secure that series, or the map point even, before even going into their map pick. Very fast from Fearoth. Nice one shot, but that's all he's going to get.
Yeah, you know, what's going to be quite funny about this, Banks, if Liquid keep this up coming into map number 2, is like the narrative change. Because I feel like, I was saying it in the pre-show, right, in our very elongated pre-show, that you have a position where when you try something new, you're either a genius or you're an idiot. Like, that's how the community is going to look at it. They'll go, oh, they played without smokes and they lost? Morons, why would they do that? And they play without smokes and they win. It's like, oh, wow, they've figured out a new thing. That's really cool. It's like, you can never really... it's rare that you get respect. It's like, oh, they're trying something new. Fair play. But in this instance, I think they're showing that it works. I don't know if it will work versus a G2, though. Versus an FPX already been proven not to.
Nice from Fearoth. The Odin spam's going to net him a kill. luckeRRR's picked up Eccles as well. He's trying to do some more. Oh, soulcas, be careful. He's trimming your hair off with that one.
Demon's got a new hairdo for free as well. Oh, no, there we go. Beautiful stuff, Fearoth. This is what we love seeing, the old...
Yeah. Kryptix is like, I don't want to move. This is horrible.
I'm safe in my corner. Oh, no, maybe not for long. Oh, the smoke is blocking.
He's got a little bit of cover with it. Fearoth spamming, but the wrong time on that. Kryptix, he's like, okay, how long can I hide here? This smoke's going to fade soon enough. Blast Pack's not going to find any success. Scream's just holding the angle, hoping someone's going to make a mistake. Fearoth can just spam away all he wants as well. He's got so much cover from either side.
Must be low on ammo. Yeah, he's low on ammo at the moment. 64 bullets. You don't see that every day. He's spraying away, but he's got to conserve it a little bit. Only one player left, though, and easily done. Nice stuff. NiP get their 5th, but at this point, it's almost like a consolation prize, Banks. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get back in and win in overtime. That is a long, long road. And we're looking at a very offense-sided composition as well. Like, these guys have literally got, what is it, 7 flashes to play with every round.
Now, for me, Mitch, the conversation we were having right before that madness went down with Fearoth and the Odin is that, yeah, like you're saying, people can be like laughing at it when they fail and then, oh, look, they're so smart. But what it really comes down to is also the individuals, right? Because Liquid is players are all very capable. You remember when I said yesterday that you have to give it a lot more time. You can't just be giving it off one game and say, oh, yeah, it's failed and stuff like that. Like, there's no meta that is currently set worldwide that is like, you have to do this. And it's what works best for the players and how comfortable the teams can feel. Ooh, dangerous. The spam starts to come through, but Hip, with no backup there, Liquid just deal with him instantly. No problem at all, and straight away they're on the back foot.
For NiP, as I said, it doesn't feel like comebacks is a staple of the game. It's not something that happens all too often. And now they need it more than ever. Soulcas, I love this ult usage. Pushing through to try and keep them in position as the lockdown comes into effect. They capitalize on that map control without giving them any opportunity for kills. Looker, he's actually got his ult as well, with his updraft still, so he could get in here and start really doing some damage up above this wall.
Oh, no.
He's been mollied out. This is where the ult and the updraft comes in. Surely. No, not yet.
No, he doesn't want to do it. Fearoth spamming away again with the Odin, but he's not going to get more than one for now. The rest of them fall around him, and Liquid dominate from start to finish there. There was no real test put towards them on Ascent. It may have been NiP's pick, but it's Liquid that were living the dream from start to finish on that one. And they showed us why these agents...